Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It is 11/7. See, if it was 7/11, it'd be July 11th. But no, it's November 7th. Therefore, it's 11/7. Meaning 11/11, which is Roronoa Zoro's birthday in One Piece, is going to be on Saturday. I mean, I hear that on 11/11 you're supposed to, grant yourself a wish or something. So, not entirely sure what... I mean, look, not that I really believe in that, but if I had the opportunity, well, I might know what I would wish for. I couldn't say I don't know. I might have an idea. But regardless, I have a low and high in active kindness. I don't know if this would necessarily constitute as a low, but since Matthew Perry died, I've been watching, seriously, look up on YouTube. There are, so many Matthew Perry tributes via him being Chandler Bing on Friends. And I've just been, watching and rewatching, all this stuff. And on the one hand, it's my low because, yeah, it makes me sad, even more sad that he's gone. But on the other hand, I can't help but smile and laugh at all the funny stuff I'm looking at. I mean, look, I already went into great detail about Matthew Perry passing the other day, so I'm not going to bore you here. All I can tell you is, if Chandler Bing was played by anyone else, I don't think you'd have such an impactful character than you would if Matthew Perry played the role. Matthew Perry made that role his own. And so, just sort of, that's why it's all the more sad that he's gone. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if they remade Friends. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Friends, there's a new Hot Ones episode. There's a new Hot Ones episode coming out this week. There's a reaction I'm about to do. And before I get into that, there's a few things I want to get into. But a thought just occurred to me. Courtney Cox is the only one who's been on Hot Ones. And now, let's say for the sake of argument that eventually the good people over at First Week Feast on Hot Ones get the likes of Jennifer Aniston and Lisa Kudrow and David Schwimmer and Matt LeBlanc. That's it. They could never do a whole Friends-related episode because Matthew Perry's gone. But honestly, every day I've been thinking Matthew Perry for the laughs. I should get going with my high and active kindness. For sure, my high, I tried something amazing yesterday. Well, I'm going to get into that momentarily. But if you've been paying attention to my social media, you know what it is. And my act of kindness was, I did some stuff with my grandma yesterday. That's what I did. She wanted coffee. It was weird. She wanted coffee and donuts at 1:30 in the afternoon. I mean, I do love my grandma, so I'm more than happy to oblige. Okay, so, let's get right into it. I tried Starbucks for the first time yesterday. Some of you guys are probably saying, wait, you've only just tried Starbucks now? Let me explain. Because technically I have had Starbucks before. Usually if it's if I'm at the Target that's in Horseheads, there's an built-in Starbucks right there. Or if I'm flying and you pass by a Starbucks at any of the airports, I've had Starbucks at those places. Yesterday was the first time I tried Starbucks at a real live, brick and mortar storefront. You walk into the building, order your Starbucks, purchase your Starbucks, and leave. That's what I did yesterday. So this is my first real deal, true blue experience at a Starbucks. So let me tell you what happened. I needed something to feel better after the Cowboys lost on Sunday night, as well as the Bills losing. So the previous Monday, I got myself some coffee. I figured I'll get coffee again. And my grandmother, who lives out in Snohomish, Washington, actually got me a $15 gift card for Starbucks. Here's the thing. Starbucks is kind of out of my way. In fact, full disclosure, there was something I wanted to do yesterday morning before I went out on my day, but I couldn't do that because of Starbucks. Not necessarily the best planning on my part, especially when I took the fastest route from here to Starbucks, obviously via driving my car. So there's a few kinks I gotta work out in terms of planning to go. But, I get to the Starbucks, specifically, the Starbucks where I went to is right across the parking lot from the giant Walmart that there is in Horseheads. That's where I went to. And, I go inside and, right away you're sort of, the ambiance that you feel at, a Starbucks airport or, say that Target I mentioned. It's those places pale in comparison to a real deal Starbucks place. You have the ambient lighting, warm colors all over the wall. You walk up to the menu is in red and the writing is in white. And there's a baked goods display case. If you want a baked good with your coffee or something. So there's a train going by. So this was a real deal Starbucks. Now, immediately when I got to the Starbucks, I knew, okay, I have a $15 gift card. I'm going to imagine that I could probably only afford at most 3 of whatever I'm going to get. I'm not going to go every day, obviously. So let's see, what it is. So I look at the menu. Starbucks is expensive as hell. It's right up there with Dunkin' Donuts. So, yeah. I figured, okay, I'm just gonna get myself an iced coffee. It looks like it's $4.75, $4.95, somewhere along those lines. Okay, so I'll get 3. So I have a $15 gift card. Anything under $4, I can afford 3 times. Or anything under $5, I can afford 3 times. Okay, so all I did was order myself a iced coffee, caramel iced coffee with as much cream and sugar as they're allowed to give me. Ordered a large because I'm a grown man. For those of you who don't know, a large at Starbucks is called a venti, and I know this because I love the movie Role Models. A venti means 20. It's Italian for 20. So a large is only 20 ounces. And here's the thing. Whenever I get myself an iced coffee, I drink the coffee, but I keep the ice because I can always refill it with water and keep myself hydrated throughout the day. And because, there's still ice in the cup, obviously, keeps the water cold. There you go. So, I ordered my iced coffee. And I have to say, I actually parked in the Starbucks, order up 5-minute parking Starbucks thing. I'm like, okay, it doesn't look like it's that crowded inside. I don't think it'll, full disclosure, I may or may not have been just a little bit over 5 minutes. Oops. But, look, if I really was, but I wasn't there that long. Chances are, if I was going to get yelled at for parking where I parked, it probably would have been like just as I was leaving. So I don't think it would have made much of a difference anyway. So I ordered my caramelized coffee, extra cream, extra sugar. It was actually liquid cane syrup is what they used. And I was on my way. Now, considering all of, and actually, hold on, there's more to it than that. Here's the thing. Apparently, the vast majority of people who order from Starbucks clearly order online. Because after I order my coffee, I walk over to where they're supposed to give me my coffee, and there's like this whole area of like coffees and drinks that haven't been picked up yet, which leads me to believe everyone orders Starbucks online. I mean, look, I don't have a Starbucks app or anything. I mean, I could. I mean, I don't have a Starbucks app because, again, I don't go. I hardly ever go. So there's not really much of a point for me to, get the app. Especially when, again, the gift card is enough for actually 2 iced coffees and whatever 430 could get me. A fun fact, sometimes I forget I have to pay for state tax. So, yeah, I wanted to pay like $5.35 for my iced coffee. So if math is any indication, it'll be $10.70. It'll be like $10.70 after I get my second one, and then $4.30. I don't know what that's gonna get me at Starbucks. I mean, here's the thing. I have friends who go to Starbucks, and considering how often some friends of mine actually go to Starbucks, I might say, listen, if they arrive, use whatever's left on this card to pay it forward. I think that's what I'll do. Because, I'm nice like that. So, again, I mentioned how I probably went just a little over the 5 minutes because I had to wait for my coffee to be ready. Meanwhile, there's like a whole bunch of coffees there. And it was so funny, too. I'm like, wait, there's a nice coffee right there. Is that already mine? Like, no, that's not mine. Although, after I got my coffee, I took a photo of it, posted on Facebook a little later, on social media. And a friend of mine suggested, well, first of all, she was very happy for me, which, I'm not gonna lie, after being in Starbucks, I felt so fancy. It was awesome. She recommended I got a gingerbread with vanilla next time I go. Well, considering I only have enough for one more coffee, at least that's one that's free, I might as well go all the way with it. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm still gonna get like the gingerbread with vanilla, and I'll definitely have it, on Monday. But, I mean, I'm gonna most likely have something left on the cart anyway. Yeah, forget it. I'm just gonna pay it forward. Why not? I mean, it's not gonna completely make anyone's drink free. I mean, listen, like, I actually thought I got one of the cheaper items that you can get. And it was over $5, including tax. So, yeah, $4.30 or whatever's going to be left on the card. Not entirely sure that's going to pay for enough. Sorry. I forgot to tell you, I was right about the Chargers winning yesterday. So, that makes me 9-5 for the week. And believe it or not, that actually makes me 83-53 for the year. Yeah. Just a week 9 to get over 50 picks wrong. So, I'm doing pretty good. Or week 10, excuse me, it's week 10. No, it's week 9, I'm sorry. Week 9. Right back to Starbucks. Admittedly, the coffee is a little bit on the strong side for me. I mean, again, I think it has to do with the fact that, like, I asked for, like, extra cream and extra sugar. And maybe it's store policy or something, but I think Starbucks probably could have given me a little bit more sugar. What can I say? I'm what you call a sweet boy, ladies. Yes, I am a sweet boy. Now, I love sweet things in the morning. Like, if I get coffee, I really do want it to be sweet. I mean, I'm the kind of guy who likes drinking sweet things with savory food. Like, for example, you give me like a burger and fries, give me like a soda, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, if I'm drinking coffee, like, I prefer my coffee to be, really sweet. And again, the coffee was on the strong side. It wasn't like, it's not a turnoff for me. I mean, at this point in my life, I kind of expect coffee to be a little bit on the strong side because coffee always has that inherent bitterness to it. In fact, it's because of that inherent bitterness that people like using coffee to make chocolate chip cookies. Really, it's true. And brownies, from what I hear. So, you're probably wondering what I thought of Starbucks. Starbucks is awesome. After all that, what other things? I love Starbucks. I mean, Starbucks is great. I mean, listen, as somebody who's pretty much gone to Dunkin' all his life, yeah, of course I can. I mean, if Starbucks coffee is consistently that strong, yeah, of course I can tell which is Starbucks and which is Dunkin' via blind taste test. But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. I mean, going to Starbucks, like, it was a unique experience for me. An experience that I'm very glad I tried. In fact, I'm going to try it again, at a later date. And by later date, I mean probably next Monday. So, yeah, if you've never been to a Starbucks before, I mean, listen, how many Starbucks are all over the country? I mean, my grandmother lives in, Washington. Seattle is the birthplace of Starbucks. So, I mean, it's been a while since I've had Starbucks at like an airport terminal. So, I don't know if there's that much of a drastic difference. But my point is, I can now say I've been inside a Starbucks. I went on my first, as a dear friend of mine would call it, a Starby's run. So, I guess next Monday I will go for my second Starby's run. Before I sign off for the day, I have to do a Hot Ones guest reaction, because there's a Hot Ones guest this week. Let's see what we got here. Okay, looking at you guys. Oh. Okay. Looking at you guys. Screen turns. Okay? Okay. Looking directly at you. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I don't recognize who that is. No shit. Okay, so literally in Amelia de Moldenberg's episode last week, she talked about how one of her most important or memorable interviews was with a man named Louis Theroux. Louis Theroux is this week's guest on Hot Ones. Like, I don't know if the good folks over at First Sweet Feast planned it like that. But either way, obviously, Sean Evans is going to talk about the Amelia de Moldenberg episode. So, I think we're in for something good already. I hope all this video, if you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow on social media. As always, I'm very humble in this video. For all of you guys watching Gingerbread, hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. I did Happy Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, channels, we're here to lend it over back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.